Nice. So you are ready to come home, huh?
Yeah. It's it's been 4 months on the road, and it's been different than a traditional World Cup season, but um yeah, I'm ready to come home. It's been 4 months of kind of hauling my bags around and traveling from country to country, being in a different country every week. And it's been awesome. It sounds really glamorous, and it is. It's a wonderful, wonderful life, but I'm ready to come home and ready to return to Alaska and my husband and friends and the trails and all sorts of things.
So tell me why you wanted to do this Cup series.
The FIS Marathon Cup is a new challenge for me. I've been on the World Cup for the last couple of years and been on the US ski team. And following the last Olympic cycle, racing in Sochi, I decided that it was the perfect time to switch something up and come up with a new challenge. It's just like people in their professional lives. You're always kind of striving for something more or something different. And the FIS Marathon Cup provided an opportunity for me to see different countries, meet different people, and compete in different races. Plus, there's no, so that was a good carrot to hang out in front of me, and it's been a real challenge, but it's really been a pleasure.
And you were telling me before that no North American skier has ever won the Cup before.
Yeah, yeah. No North American skier has ever won the Cup from the U.S. or Canada, male or female, has ever finished in the top three before. So I'm already guaranteed at least third place. But tomorrow's race is really a lot. There's a lot on the line, and I'm in the lead right now. But I'm in the lead by like this much. It's four tiny points, and the girls that are in second and third are definitely within striking distance. So I'm going to need to race fast here.
So you're in Siberia technically, right?
Yes, yes. So I'm in Khanty-Mansiysk, and it's actually an oil town in Russia. It's about 100,000 people, and it's in Siberia. So I'm in Russia. This is my fourth time in Russia, and I was in Russia, just last year for Sochi. And although it's my fourth time, it's my first time in Russia by myself. So it was quite nerve-wracking getting here. I was the first international skier to arrive, and literally no one at the hotel spoke any English. So it was just kind of a game of trying to put the pieces together. And I carried my phone around and had a translation app. So it's been an adventure for skiing, but it's also been a cultural adventure, a logistical adventure, and everything in between.
Tell me about the difference between this, because when you go to the Olympics, there's a lot of fanfare and people to help you out, and it's a different experience than being by yourself and trying to figure it out. Like you said before, it seems glamorous, but it's not glamorous.
Yeah, the past couple of years on the U.S. ski team, I had a personal wax tech, so someone who would take care of my ski fleet. As a cross-country skier, you have anywhere between 20 and 30 pairs of skis, and yes, they are all different. It's kind of what it takes to compete at this level. And this year, I don't have a wax tech at all. That said, I'm not waxing my own skis. I'm at a level where that's not entirely possible, but I have had to find someone in each country that I'm in. And Solomon ski sponsor has kind of helped connect me with local wax techs. The cool thing about the marathon series is that in World Cup races, it's just the World Cup skiers. But in marathons, you have the elite level, but you also have the citizen racer as well. So think of it like the Tour of Anchorage on steroids.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
So are a lot of the girls doing the same stops that you are, that you see them in the same places? And
Yeah.
I was kind of describing it to someone, and I said, it's kind of like the Tour de France, but not really.
Yeah. So The Cup it's 11 different races in 10 different countries, and there are lots of people and teams that follow the Cup, the series, from country to country and race to race. So the first race was in December in Italy, and I've been to France and Poland, Sweden, Norway. The American Birkebeiner in Hayward, Wisconsin was part of the Cup. So that was the one time that I returned to the U.S. during the last 4 months. And yeah, it's a lot of the same people. So I've gotten to know a whole slew of new friends. And on the World Cup, people kind of stick to their national team. Whereas here on the FIS Marathon Cup, there's more intermingling. So I've become really good friends with people from Estonia and the Czech Republic and Sweden and Finland. So it's been really fun.
That's awesome. So what's your strategy? You have today's, well, is it the next day there? Yeah, it's probably, or are you behind us?
Today is Friday morning. I am,
Okay.
I believe, 13 hours ahead of Alaska. And so today I'm getting ready to go out skiing. And there's a little bit of sun here. It's Siberia, but it's quite warm here, which is not what I expected. But everyone thinks that since I'm from Alaska, Alaska's really cold. But as you all know, that's not the case with this winter. But I am getting ready to go out and test my skis. My race is Saturday morning. It's a 50K skate race, and there'll be a couple thousand people on the line and a big elite wave. And I'm going to be wearing the red bib, which is the leader's bib. And my goal is to do well enough in the race to kind of hold on to that leader's bib and claim the overall FIS Marathon Cup trophy and bring it home to Alaska.
Because it's never been here to Alaska.
No, it's never been there to Alaska. So I want to bring it home, and if I bring it home, I'll definitely bring it in my carry-on luggage, not the checked luggage.
How big is it?
I think it's quite large, but good carry-on size. So yeah.
Good. Then do you get to keep it, or do you have to give it back for the next year?
No. I get to keep it. So if I manage to claim it tomorrow, I'll keep it, and it'll be in Alaska for good.
And then after the race, how long is it going to take you to get home?
So I'm in Russia, which doesn't seem so far away as the bird flies, but it's going to take me 3 days to get home. So I have a lot of travel ahead of me, and I've had a lot of travel this winter, so I'm kind of used to it. But I travel home on 3 separate itineraries. So I fly from Khanty-Mansiysk 3 hours to Moscow, then collect my luggage, and on a different itinerary fly Moscow to Istanbul to Zurich. And I have a friend's apartment where I've kept all my stuff, repack all my stuff, go to the Zurich airport. I have 4 pieces of checked luggage, 3 ski bags and a duffel to take back to Alaska. And then I think I have 4 flights to get from Zurich back to Anchorage, including a night layover in Chicago. So the travel is brutal. I'll definitely be wearing my compression socks. And when I get home, I think it'll take about 2 days for me to emerge and become an actual person. But I'm looking forward to it.
8 million frequent flyer miles by now.
It's funny, you would think so, but I end up flying on really obscure different airlines, just to kind of get the best price from place to place. And so, all the frequent flyer miles don't add up as well as they ideally would, but we'll see. It should be good enough for some kind of trip, ideally somewhere warm.
So you've done the World Cup series and you've done this series. Obviously, they're 2 different series. What do you see as, moving forward? Is this experience something that you would do again, or is it like I've been there, done that, and I'm over it?
I think it's a little bit early to tell. I'm really focused on kind of finishing the series, putting all my energy and effort into the race tomorrow, and then I'll have the spring to kind of reflect and look back and see what went well and how sustainable it is. The last 4 months have been logistically really difficult, making all my own arrangements, travel, accommodation, waxing, and stuff like that. But having done it once, I know what I would do differently, and I have a lot of contacts now. And so if I wanted to do it again, it would be a lot easier. But time will tell, and I'm looking forward to a good spring in April to just kind of reflect and recuperate from the months on the road.
Oh my gosh, I have so much information. Like, when you get back, we're gonna have to have you come in. As much as I love seeing you on Skype, it's like not quite the same quality,
Yeah, of course.
But it'd be great to tell everyone how you're doing, and so they can watch. I don't know, there's no way that they could watch, obviously, on Saturday. So when we tell people that you're going to race on Saturday, what's the best way to keep track of you?
Twitter is usually a good way to kind of keep updated. Fasterskier.com usually has good updates. And
Okay.
I don't believe that they have a live feed of this race, but it's Siberia. I really have no idea. I'll learn more at the captain's meeting tonight. And also, after some of these races, they're technically required to put out a video feed with some footage from the race. And so if I can get my hands on that, I'd love to pass it along to you guys and let you see what Siberia looks like out there.
Cool. Well, you said that any pictures on your blog, because I'll just use pictures in the newscast tomorrow. So.
Yeah, that would be great. And, I'm going to go out and try to take a bunch of pictures today because the stadium will be more set up than it has been the past couple days. So I'll try to send those off to you as well.
Yeah, that's cool. And I'll probably use some from, like the Berkey race in Wisconsin, put some of the past races too. So.
Yeah. Great. That would be awesome.
Good luck, Holly. I'm excited for you.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm excited, but nervous. It's crazy to have 4 months, and I've raced almost 500 kilometers of racing, and it's crazy for it to come down to the last 50K of the season.
Right, because it's probably like a different mentality for you because it's more about the long term than it's the individual race, right?
Well, I mean, the overall title is on the line, and I've worked so hard. I've worn the red bib. I've lost it a couple times, but it's fun that it's a good battle. If you're trying to win, you want to actually have to work for it. You don't want it to come easy, and it hasn't been. It hasn't been easy. I've really had some good competition with girls from other countries, and that's the way you want it to be. So we'll see.
Good. Well, thanks for chatting with me.
Yeah. Thanks so much for putting this together, and it's really nice to be able to say hi to people in Alaska. And it's easy for people to think that skiers racing internationally, where have they gone? They just kind of fall off the earth. But we're out here. We're doing the best we can to represent Alaska. And we'll be home, and we look forward to sharing the stories with all our neighbors, friends, and people at home. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Good. Well, keep chatting and send me more pictures, and we'll get this on tomorrow so people can look on Saturday for you and see how you're doing.
Awesome. And I'll try to send a good post-race report, and maybe even do like a little video with my iPhone or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Cool. All right, thanks, lady. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Emily.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Right there,